Pete, can you just give us your overall impressions? Obviously, haven't seen the film, but overall impressions, please, sir.
No, I've already seen the film. I got that done just now. So I have everything in this steel trap right now. Well, we started really poorly. We had a really hard time. I don't know why that stopped, but the officials, got us 5 times that we assessed penalties, and there was a few other ones that they let go. It was miserable looking first quarter. And, we were kind of hung in the game as far as, trying to win the game. We didn't run the ball very well in the first half. We really didn't do much of anything very well. But we stayed close. And so it was the opportunity for us to face that up and then come on back and see what you can do in the second half to finish the game. And it was a marvelous second half for our guys as a team. We did so many cool things that we weren't able to do. We ran the ball better. We protected the quarterback better. The quarterbacks made their throws. The guys made their catches and gave us a chance to win the football game on the last play of the game. And, that's kind of all we can hope for. Bud Grant taught me that a long time ago. So it winds up being a tie. Too bad. I thought Trevor Mai had 2 huge plays in the game. The big sack he gets, but also he blocked a kick. He said he never blocked a kick in his life, so welcome to the NFL. And then Cam and Shed with his touchdown catch, gorgeous play. But just our ability to keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back. The sidelines was electric. The guys understood what we were talking about. We've been talking about it. It just takes one play at the end if you can get it done. And we got a chance to feel that. The most important thing is that we take that forward and that we know that we ain't never done and it ain't never over. And we're going to keep hanging until we get a chance to win the game.
Any update on Alex Bachman?
He's fine. He's had an ankle that's bothered him, and he just wrenched it a bit and came back. He was ready. He played after that. He's okay.
You'll go back and look at the film, but in terms of the run defense, there were a couple of...
Yeah, we made some really glaring errors. We made errors, and a couple times when we were pressuring, we just didn't hit stuff clean enough. So, but as the game went on, we played way better, and I thought they did a nice job running the football. I thought that was a really obvious part of their game, and we need to do better.
Cam Miller gets in there for the first time and leads you on a couple scoring drives. Getting thrown into the fire the way he did and responding the way he did.
Yeah, we knew that he would get the chance in the fourth quarter to do this, and he did a terrific job. Yeah, I'm so proud of him for hanging in there through all those those situations. If you remember, it was almost like the mock game. It's just about like that game. And so. He kind of did the same thing there too. So really credit to him and the guys that made the catches and.
I think I counted 22 rookies on the field tonight. Is it just good to get to allow those guys or let those guys get a little taste of it?
It's hard to assess how valuable that is. Guys playing in the first NFL game and the crowds, a nice crowd and all of that. We had to silent count the whole game, for the offense. We hung together. We hung together on the sidelines, and everybody kept fighting. And you could feel the surge of the comeback, and you could feel it occurring. And that's really important for these guys to understand that, I feel kind of used to it, but it doesn't mean I don't enjoy it, man. It's as good as it gets right there.
What was the experience like being back here, just coming from a different perspective?
I'm sorry to tell you that it wasn't like it was something obvious. It was a football game. And I've been fighting wars for other people my whole life. Coaching and so. I was with my team, and we were battling, and it was cool to be here. I loved it here. I've always loved the whole. The whole experience that we had here all those years together and all of that. And I don't forget that, and I don't disrespect that one bit. But it didn't translate to something crazy to me. It was just an opportunity to play in a great setting. And thanks to the league for putting us in this game when they figured it out. It was a good idea. And it's been a good one to look forward to. And I thought we handled it all right. I just wish we would have played better.
Was it weird at all at any moment?
No, only that there was a couple times when guys made plays, and I'm looking at the screen at the end in the end zone, and I thought that was our guys making the play. That did happen a couple times. Yeah.
Pete, it's rare that a defensive lineman gets called for 2 holding penalties on the same drive. Did you get any explanation there from?
Yeah, I did. I didn't like it, but it wasn't that the official didn't give him a warning, and then he did it. And then he did it again, and he was torquing a little bit. It's just not a call that early in the season. I wish he would have warned him a couple times, and we would have got him out of the game or whatever we needed to do. Would have told me about it. I got nothing. Those are big penalties in that game. Really big penalties, and just giving your opponent free yards and first downs and stuff like that. If you do that, it's really hard to win.
As a
All set?
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Pete.
We'll have Geno Smith.
You know, I know it's kind of a brief appearance for you, but is there something that you gleaned from that experience, getting out there with your teammates, getting the drive under your belt?
Yeah, for sure. I think just calling plays in the huddle with the real crowd, having the clock, being up against the clock, and just all the mechanics that it takes to just go out there and just execute and play football. I think those are the things that we wanted to make sure that we got done, and I thought we did.
Geno, you were obviously cheering really loud for Cam a few times, almost waving, just getting excited. I'm just curious, afterwards, I saw you talking with him. What do you say to a rookie after his first preseason game as a leader on this team?
Yeah, I was talking to him about, now I feel like he can really get better because he's gotten game experience and he can go and watch that film and, he took a couple hits, he just kind of get the NFL game and, feel the speed of it. And, I know it's a preseason game, but it's still NFL football. So, just for him, I thought he did a great job out there. But most importantly, I thought he was able to just go out there and get some reps and feel what it's like. I thought he got some experience and now he can get better from it.
Obviously, the fans, tipped their hat to you and showed you a lot of appreciation coming off the field. What did that mean to you, just coming back here to play in Seattle?
It means everything to me. We all know about the 12s and how special they are, and they're a big part of why the Seahawks are a really good team. And so for me, just to be embraced by the fans, to see some of the children from the Children's Hospital that I went and visited, and their parents, and just to sign some autographs, shake some hands. I mean, it's always fun when you can go back to a place that you loved, and I thought it was really good for me, and it was a great experience.
Geno, as a leader on this team, how do you assess tonight's game? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought we started out really slow. And that's kind of to be expected for a first preseason game. A lot of different rotations, a lot of different players in there. Guys got to get used to, tackling and getting hit and just all the things that, preseason brings. But I thought in that second half, man, we played really inspired football. I saw Coach Carroll running up and down the sideline, just out of his mind a little bit. And, I thought Cam played well. I thought Aiden played well in the second half. And, I thought our entire team really, fought for it to be a preseason game. Guys were competing and trying to win. And I thought that was pretty cool.
That's all good? Awesome. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Geno.